Good afternoon. How's it going, guys? This is the Gold Squadron podcast coming to you live from Poland, the European Championships. I am your host, Andrew Knuckles, of the Gold Squadron podcast / Birmingham Barons podcast. Hope you guys are doing all right today. D is currently out getting some lunch, and so you will just have me to deal with for this awesome game between Raphael and Dion Morales. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and break these lists down for you. So Raphael on the left, I need to actually know my directions, is running Snap Wexley with Composure, S-Foils, Jamming Beam, Jessica Pava with BB-8, BB Astro, not 8, Jamming Beam and S-Foils, Lieutenant Bastion, and Finn with Heroic Pattern Analyzer and Perceptive Copilot. A 43.4 health ship that can kind of fake having lots of stuff. So, then you have Dion Morales, our lovely Gold Squadron leader, Grand Inquisitor with Fire Control System and Concussion Missiles, Darth Vader with Sense, Fire Control System and Afterburners, and Colonel Jendon with Passive Sensors, Jamming Beam, and Emperor Palpatine. Currently, this is a 1-1 matchup. Dion lost his last match. According to him, he said he lost in setup, so he kind of beat himself. He ended up jousting a list that he didn't need to joust, apparently. So looking at these lists, it looks like he's learned his lesson, and he says, "I don't want to joust that. That's 4 ships, and it's a really good list. So, and a lot of dice. We have the ace game here, going and already spent. Doesn't look like he spent a charge yet. He maybe wants to see who he wants to target lock with passive sensors to give the lock on Jendon. And of course, Inquisitor and Vader can also get those. Yeah, so we had an hour lunch break, and the food trucks that we had were overrun. So I think there's a couple players that are just barely getting in right now. We're already about 7 minutes in. I didn't get to start the timer until about a minute after he had announced it. They go pretty quick here today. It is 1-1. Yeah, and Dion did say that he didn't. He was like, I don't want to play on stream. I'm like, you have to. It's your stream. When do you get to play on your own stream for European Championships, right? And Dion actually didn't have any components here, so he's basically borrowing. He's borrowing my templates and my tray. Darren from the UK was nice enough and brought over the list that he's flying today, and then he's got some tokens and stuff. It's been fun because we had to convince him that he needed to play, because he was like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, no. You flew all the way across the Atlantic. You need to play. I'm going to go ahead and put our Twitch poll. Choose your champion. 1 for left, 2 for right. Give me some votes, 1s and 2s. Don't feel bad for voting for Raphael. He's got a really good list, and I think he has a really good chance at winning. Both lists are really good. Dion has a really hard time. He's going to have a really hard time engaging properly against this list, because anything that he puts in front of those four of those four ships, like, it will take damage. Chaplain Erebus, thank you for being a subscriber. 2 months in a row. I appreciate that. So we have passive sensors happening here. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take his locks this turn. And I'll say I really like, so at Denver, the list that I was flying with Hatchet Man, Jendon allowed Vinder to actually, like, compete. A lot of times when you run into, like, gunboats and stuff like that, they need to have their locks to go into double mod to actually make themselves threatening. And I'm actually going to go, hold on, sorry. Going to move this right here. Okay, good. I can do that. Just making sure I'm not going to mess up anything. But okay, so Jendon does a wonderful job at lifting up what some people consider non-competitive ships, like the V1 or gunboats or anything like that, into a competitive environment to say you can do this. And Jendon, also having passive sensors, gives him another option for modification, which generally the shuttle does not get much unless you're running the title and coordinating every turn. And we've seen Raphael's list a couple times in other tournaments, and it's kind of quite everywhere. This is a really good archetype that we saw a lot at Gen Con as well. It's a lot of dice, a really high amount of mods, and have high enough health for the ships that you can't just kill one. I absolutely, okay, so speaking of sponsors, this round is sponsored by me. If you would like to support me, please go to curlpodcreatives.com. I'm running a 20% off discount for the whole week, and Team USA for 20% off, no minimum. And if you live in the domestic U.S. and you like stuff, if you have an order of $35 or more, it is free shipping. So earlier today, we've had two other matches so far. Our first match didn't even engage for about 45 minutes, and then it got explosive real quick. Fen died, I think, in 2 rounds of combat, and in the resistance player. Wow, sorry, the resistance player barely pulled it out at the end, and then last round we had James and Archibald from 186th and Sweden in a kind of a heartbreaker. It was a super close match for I'll say 75% of the game, and James from 186 unfortunately got his directions mixed up, and he flew a full health Blue Squadron B wing or A wing off the board when he was already down on points, and it kind of sealed the deal. Inquisitor can go slow enough to not get boxed in by the shuttle. I think it should be okay. So Dion is trying to bring the T-70s into the rocks or the gas clouds and debris to attempt to at least muddle up some of the shots to maybe give him a little bit of an edge with gas clouds and making them choose a channel. That's always the biggest thing that you have to do with swarms is to bring them to where they have to make real decisions and not just run straight at you. I mean, I really like, so when Dion said that, he was like, I'm gonna run a list, and I was like, oh, what list? And he was like, you're not gonna like it. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, it has Jendon. I'm like, you're already on the right track. That's good. And he's like, it has Vader. I'm like, okay. Are we playing Hatchet Man? And he's like, no, we're not playing Hatchet Man. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then he said, Grand Inquisitor. And I'm like, I lost to Grand Inquisitor at Gen Con. It's like, Jendon will make that happen. So I like his list. I think it's really good. And Jendon really is what makes the list work well enough, because you can go in with all of your mods. You have Palpatine. So basically everyone has at least one native mod, just always, which is great. And then Grand Inquisitor can get 3 Force if you're counting Palpatine. You have a Coordinate to really make these lists happen. I think it's going to be it's going to be a really interesting game. Getting the first engagement down for both of these lists is very important. So still going through the planning phase here, trying to see how aggressive or unaggressive, or passive, I guess, passive sensors that both lists needs to be. We also have a cool Fly Better dial cover that I believe is for patrons. I haven't actually seen one in person yet, except for like after the shop made them. But I shipped them out with all their masking and stuff on, so I haven't actually seen the dial covers, and that's always cool. So getting a little one bank action here, keeping it slow, deliberate. That's what swarms are meant to do. They want to keep their arcs as wide as possible, especially when they're going against 2 aces. So this is essentially the new Palp aces. So 2 bank coming in here. He's not going to get an action next turn. He will absolutely be hitting that gas cloud. If this is the time, this next round is definitely going to be the time to carve in and get really aggressive with the swarm, especially when you only have a Palpatine focus or force to mod any kind of offense or defense. Now, if I was Dion, I would probably just go ahead. You're not going to get an action anyways. You're going to get shot at. You might as well 2 hard in if he wants to engage that turn. If not, then you 2 hard out. But I don't know. So 2 hard would probably land him here. And then we kind of go down here. And that's really close. I don't know if he would be able to 2 hard and then come back in this way. Just by trying to disengage. So you have to be really careful with the shuttle because it only has the 2 hard reds. So depending on where the Inquisitor and Vader land this turn, so 3 bank out of Vader. He is probably going to barrel roll out. So this next turn is going to be the big one. I probably expect them to take a little bit of time for it. Make sure that they have the right maneuvers dialed in. Let me get these colors set up just so we know who is who. All right, got some colors updated for us, just so we, once they get into the scrum, we will be able to at least have an idea. Yes, Jendon absolutely works with passive sensors for himself. Because of the way passive sensors is worded, you basically just acquire a target lock, and you don't have to take the action, or you get to do the you do the action, but you don't have to be on your bar, basically. It's really just to give him one, to utilize his ability, but then also just to give him another option for an action. Here we go. The 3 banks, probably 2 bank and then another 3 bank. Yep. Dion thought the same way I did. I'm not going to get an action. Let's just go for it. Taking the stress. You weren't going to get an action anyways. There is a chance that he could just lose the shuttle outright this turn. But obviously the dice giveth and the dice taketh away. So it looks like we'll have probably an obstructed shot from Jessica. That's definitely what Dion wants here. And probably no other unobstructed or no other obstructed shots. The shuttle's just too big. It's just too big. It can't hide behind this little measly cloud. So if the shuttle can survive this turn, the shuttle's actually in a great position to really get in the way. And that's what you want too. And he also has, because the shuttle could really just kind of carve over stuff and just be the body, the big cow that it feels like it needs to be. 3 bank coming out of Vader here, getting aggressive. So it doesn't look, let me read Snap's ability real quick. He did a 2 to 4. I'm assuming that this is his lock and that is his lock. But he also doesn't have but Jendon doesn't have, but then that one's blue. So he may have forgotten to do his target lock? No, that's Vader too. So he may have forgotten to do the composure trick where you do a 2 bank or 2 speed or 4, and get a free, basically take a target lock and then get your composure focus. Range 3 into Finn here. Ah, there's some money. Hit, hit, crit. Coming into Finn. Spends the focus, doesn't take any damage, but he's still got another one. Spending the lock on Inquisitor, he upped the force, or spent the force to up the dice. There we go, 3 dice coming into Bastion here. 3 shields onto Bastion. Now we know who the shuttle's shooting at this turn. So it looks like we have a range 3 onto the shuttle with Snap. Two hits. He did forget to do the target lock trick. Do you? I think you spend the force here. Or 2 shields. So he's trying to save the mod if he can. Ooh! Hit, crit, crit, going into Bastion. Guaranteed crit here. Weapons failure. That is exactly what Dion needed to make sure that the shuttle survives this turn. So Jessica trying to shoot at the shuttle here. Looks like range 3, obviously, and then spending the reroll and spending the focus for hit, hit, crit. 2 dice. Natties! Give us some natties. That is 1. Here we go. That is 2, 3 shields off of Jendon. And that's going to be 3 hits. And spending the palp, taking 2. Only 1 card on Jendon. We need to make sure he doesn't spend the focus here because he did spend it on. It doesn't matter. Hold on. So 1 more damage. We got that fixed quickly. So 4 damage, or 4 health left on Jendon. So Jendon is in great position here to really muddle up this whole area right here. The Inquisitor is in a decent position to go as slow as he can, but you could possibly see just a full collapse into one of these channels to catch the aces off guard. You have to be really careful with Vader here because he's kind of out in the open. He has nowhere to hide. He can acquire another target lock. However, he did not. D is back with his ramen, so I will just watch him eat it.
Should I just make slurping noises?
Please no. I will just mute you and take your privileges away.
How's our boy doing?
He just had a really good engagement against. He basically lost 6 damage on the shuttle.
Right. Okay.
But in return for a 3 health bastion.
Not bad.
Not bad. Well, and he's in a really good position here to really capitalize on blocking up this channel.
Shame no passive sensors one more time. Or does he still have the lock?
I think he has the lock. He had the lock on snap.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, he is just straight fire. All right, so the poll is done. And yeah, here we go. Pretty much almost done with this planning phase. Still kind of a big turn. You have to be really careful with these aces here. They cannot get caught.
I'm just curious what took 30 minutes to this point. It looks like a joust.
They started here, went all the way there, and he's just kind of been doing that.
Right, that is a long flight path for the shuttle.
Yeah. Yeah, he just kind of crashed in. Well, and the reason why, Bastion also has a weapons failure right now. He snuck a crit in with Jendon. So, looks like there may be a collapse onto Vader this turn. So I think the real call with Vader is to just do a 1 bank and then just try and barrel roll and just stay in this area right here. Oh, not a collapse. Just going for the blocks and getting Bastion out of there.
At 3 health, that's a reasonable choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you have someone like Vader that can kill you before you shoot. Because you can't afford to take another damage or another crit. Just a 1 bank. Just trying to get in there. Well, I agree. I don't think you ever should really split the swarm. It's always more important that they get shots or that people have to waste shots.
Well, for me, it's the old Biggs principle. You know, people always used to, like 4-ship rebels, just keep Biggs in there. Like, okay, he's going to do his job. He's going to die. Like, no. Like, he gets down to 2 or 1, just pull him out. Everyone else is healthy, right?
See, I think that's, I mean, like, you can definitely, like, keep points that way. But whenever you bring this many ships, I think the most important part is that they take up the space that they need to take up.
Right.
And if that space is them taking up a shot that could possibly damage something else, then that's more important than them surviving.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's how I look at it. So we saw a BB Astro barrel roll into a 1 bank. And another one bank out of snap here. He's not going to get his ability this turn. I still think Vader just one banks and then barrel rolls to the side and arc dodges. Let's see if Dion saw that as well. Ooh, that's an interesting call. It looks... it's possible that... ooh, man, you could probably boost and get out of range 1 at least. Yep, getting out of that range 1, and you'll just take, you probably link to a focus here. Or don't take the stress. Yep, there's the 1 bank out of Vader. That's what you want to see. Oh, does his ability... oh yeah, it's just while defending, so it doesn't have to be an arc or anything like that. And Bastion has a weapons failure, so he could have just technically stayed there, and just made Bastion shoot a range. Or well, actually, he can still do that, just by making Bastion only roll 1 die. So it's actually the exact same. You actually have better odds this way than staying there, because you still have the palp focus or the palp force. Range 2 coming into Bastion here. Ooh, spending that lock. And hit crit coming into Bastion. Spending the focus. No damage, but no mods. Range 1 into snap from the shuttle. He's got the target lock. He has the force. D is giving me the you just roll 1.
50-50. Make it a 50-50.
I still target lock both, but I also like target locks more than than focus. Ah, there we go. No, you absolutely spend it. You spend it. You're already guaranteed damage. Guaranteed 2. Just keeping it at 3, guaranteeing 1, making him spend the focus. 1 shield off of snap. They are calling for the judge. They are trying to do some arcs. Oh, they're trying to see how close, if it's an obstructed shot onto Jendon or not. 4 dice into 1. Ooh, there's some money. So he has to get paint here to survive with Jendon. And he does. Palp survives. He's still using my damage deck. He said that he didn't want to, but I made him anyways. Two hits. And spin the force. It didn't actually matter. So my damage deck is from Toho. If you're familiar, it's a bullet hell style game, and the character is Marisa. Yes, I am a weeb. I'm sorry. Yes, that is another missed trigger with Bastion for getting the lock. Bastion is just anything within range 1 to 2 that takes a damage card, you can take a lock. It's actually 0 to 2, because he can use it on himself. Oh, after ship at range 1 to 2 is Delta damage card. You may acquire a lock on that ship. I didn't have the wording right. So Jendon is down to 1, and yep, that looks like accurate numbers for the time being. Yeah, he only net 2 hits, and Bastion spent the focus to not take any damage. Bastion absolutely shot. It just net 0 damage. He just nattied into 2 hits, and the Inquisitor said, "No, I have a force." So how's the ramen, D? He gives like a 75% thumbs up. We have some food truck ramen, and it's pretty good for food truck ramen, you know. So planning phase, we still have a really solid. The shuttle's actually in a really good position to just go ahead and essentially disengage, get an action, and just try and do as much damage as possible. We're probably going to see a K turn out of snap, so the shuttle probably won't get to shoot. Yep, 3K out of Finn. Ravencat, I'm going to be in Japan the week or 2 weeks after Worlds, or the 2 weeks after Worlds. So I'll actually be, we're planning on going to Shibuya Square for, or Crossing, excuse me, for Halloween. So 3 hard out of Bastion, disengaging, trying to get back around. If Snap happens to kill the shuttle before it shoots, then it won't be able to. But yeah, it looks like he's just going to try and get as much distance as he can, get as many dice as he possibly can. And he takes the stress for that one. So spending the last charge on Jess for the BB Astro, trying to move around, just going one straight, trying to catch Vader. And there is the 4K out of Snap. There's a chance that Jendon dies this turn, but it looks definitely to be a range 3. So 2 dice with a force could be okay against unmodded dice. 1 hard from Inquisitor. Coming back into the fold. Doing a 3 bank with Vader. So he does have afterburners here. Really close. I think you go ahead and burn 1. Just so you can catch Bastion and get into a range 1. Get all your mods because Vader's amazing. And it doesn't matter what action it was as long as you don't have a stress. Oh, he didn't clip the gas cloud. Spending the focus, 2 hits and a crit, guaranteed damage. And 1 crit going into Bastion here. Loose stabilizer. Dion is currently 1-1. Inquisitor spending a force. Debating to spend the Palp or the Inquisitor force. Spending the Palp. He doesn't think he's going to survive. Hit, crit. Coming into Jessica. Natty evades. 1 shield off Jessica. I-4 shooting at Jendon. You have to take him off the board this turn. That's what you really need. So 3 dice going into 2. Unmodded. Oh, that is heartbreaking. No damage. Jendon gets to shoot.
All right, I'm back online.
And D is back. He is done eating his ramen.
Fueled.
Finn is shooting at Jendon. This is probably going to be it. Yep, absolutely. Yep, there is no possible way that Jendon can survive. Sure. And, yep, doesn't matter. So Jendon is off the board, but absolutely did his job.
Never occurred to me that ramen's a pretty decent hangover.
It is.
Meal, yeah.
It fills your stomach. All like the fatty stuff with the pork and broth and everything.
Get some chasu in there.
Yep. He's already done with his ramen. There's no more slurping sounds to be made.
I mean, that's not necessarily so.
Okay. From ramen.
Accurate.
$25 left in the round, which is really more like 23, because we got a little bit of a late start for me starting the timer.
So, despite the fact that Jendon did his job and did it well,
yeah,
just the amount of squiggles.
Yeah,
that Raphael has procured for himself.
It's kind of stonewalled some of the damage that you would expect out of Vader, especially onto Bastion. Like it's been focus evade pretty much for every defensive role so far. Now Vader's still in a very good striking position. Inquisitor could be in a little bit of a bind, but I think you'll see basically a 3 hard out of this, and then you'll probably see another 3 hard just to get Inquisitor behind the gas cloud, and then also to hopefully seal the deal and get rid of Bastion once and for all.
Right. So the Inquisitor has an attack line on
Jessica,
on Pava, but they're just regrouping now.
Yep.
And that's a bad time.
Yep. Well, and Jessica's probably just going to K-turn.
Oh.
And they are not coming in.
Shocking. I thought it'd be like a 1 and 2 bank.
Yeah, 1 and 2 bank. Doing so he takes the damage for loose stabilizer.
Right.
Taking the Talon roll, wasn't going to get an action anyways.
Gas clouds are so forgiving.
Yep. 2 straight out of snap. He technically will get his ability here, but I don't know if he's going to use it. Yes, he will. Get that free barrel or free boost. One heart out of the Inquisitor, trying to maybe get some distance here. Because you have to be very careful at this point. Any bad turn for either Vader or Inquisitor could really end the game preemptively just from their low amount of health.
Right. I feel like a dull boy. Mostly I just agree with you.
So here's the 3 hard. That definitely looks to be a range 1. Dion is just saying, Bastion better die.
It's time to die, yeah.
Range 1. Here we go. All you need is 3 hits. And there's the natties. Bastion goes down as hard as he can and just saying, no, I will not allow this to happen.
So Dion closes within 12 points then?
Yes. Because Bastion is now dead. 12 points with 20 minutes left on the board. 3 hits and
no cloud.
Spend both force. The Inquisitor is going to be gone for a couple turns. Jess is shooting. She doesn't have any mods this turn. Range 3.
Uh-oh.
2 hits. There's some natties. And just
Yeah,
one.
they expected one.
No points given up from the Inquisitor there, and it looks like they are just out of range. And that is back to dials. So I find it interesting that Dion was opting out of taking the link into a focus for the Inquisitor.
Have you seen him do it at all?
No.
Is he aware?
I mean, it's possible
It's
that
on the card.
that he wants to have the 3 hard
True.
open. Because
Well, now he has to pick which 3 hard.
Yep. Honestly, you'll probably just see. No, because Snap moves before the Inquisitor.
Obviously, without a doubt. I'm biased here. I'm pulling for Dion, gold
Yeah.
leader, no
Yeah,
question. However, I do appreciate Raphael sporting the fly better dial cover.
Yeah. I mentioned that
Produced?
earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Produced by Curled Paw Creatives.
Speaking of that, this round is sponsored by me. You should support me by going to curlfrycreatives.com. I'm running a Team USA for 20% off. Coupon code this weekend. No minimum. If you order something and you are domestic US, any orders over $35 will get free shipping. Sorry, international. There's not much I can do about USPS and them charging me lots of money for international shipping. It is so expensive.
So
that is a really long barrel roll for Finn. So let's see if Dion chose properly here. If he try, it's a 50-50 if he did a 3 hard one way or the other. Looks like Snap is probably not going to be able to fit that boost.
Composure.
Oh, no, he does. Maybe he didn't want that.
Vader got nudged a little. Shouldn't really matter.
So 3 hard. He did choose correctly. And the 50-50 paid off.
I prefer more successfully.
Successfully.
There's either choice. I mean, there's no wrong choice.
No.
Unless you're reading your opponent hardcore.
I mean, still not linking. And going for the Talon roll here.
And that is a terrible shot on Pava. Or anyone.
Or basically anyone, yeah. Going for the afterburners here. He does need to add the stress, just so, but he will get a better shot at Pava now. or maybe a range 1 into Snap. It's pretty close.
It's probably Snap, right? Because Finn is kind of a trap at this point.
And
he's
you
just
really
annoyingly sturdy. And Pava's got those re-rolls.
So, yeah, he did shoot. He's going into Pava, not So taking 1 on Pava.
Well, actually, Temin did have that no?
Yeah, he has a focus.
Got it.
Does he? I guess so. Oh,
He
yeah, because
boosted-
he had the free boost. So he took the
Right.
focus action, yeah.
Well, that's suboptimal.
Oh. Take 1 shield from the
That's
Inquisitor.
half. That's major.
That could be really big if Finn has a shot here, and it does.
Oh, no. It's going to be fine.
Oh, there we
fine.
go. Natties, kind of.
I like being totally biased on stream. This is great.
Vader's in a really decent striking position here for something. I don't know who you go after here. Maybe you're probably going to see a full commit for these guys to chase Inquisitor. But now Inquisitor can just 5 straight and just say no, please stop. Yep. They got the strain.
So he, after a fashion, he got what he needed off the Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Right. If Raphael does chase the Grand Inquisitor, I mean, could just
Vader can absolutely clean up.
Exactly.
Yeah. He definitely has the ability to. 90 points, though, with 13 minutes left. Dion is still behind. He really needs to lock down at least half points and maybe kill 1. He definitely needs to kill 1.
Right. And any one of them, or
any one of them?
Yeah, Finn's there.
Yep. So if he can kill Finn,
1 point. That would be a 1 point victory.
Yeah, it would be.
Assuming it held.
It would be very close.
So Raphael is just hard committing.
Yep. Looking like, there's a 3. That's a 3 bank revealed. No, that's a 3. Yeah, that's a 3 bank. Okay. It looked like a 3 hard just from the thing. And there's the 3 hard. Hard commit. Just going for it. I agree that Finn is a trap, but if you can, he's definitely the easiest to kill.
Snap Wexley. Well, in terms of potential, the one that you can kill in the least amount of shots.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. 3 bank. So it looks like he can escape out of Jessica and Finn's shot this turn, assuming that he boosts. And this is when you absolutely take the focus.
You have to.
You have to take. What are you doing?
Your reaction is priceless. So that does answer my question. Dion is, in fact, aware of.
He does know that they do have a linked action. The wrong way, Dion. Oh, my gosh. If you die because of this, I'm never going to forgive you. So
I think.
So I actually think.
That was also a really aggressive. I never say this about one banks, but aggressive one bank. Because if Finn had chosen to come in,
yeah,
that could have been a devastating shot on Vader.
Range 1, fire control system.
Do it up. Prove us wrong.
Oh my gosh. That is shield direct hit. So that is half points on Pava. 10 minutes left, 75 points. As long as Inquisitor survives this.
Looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good. Just 2. Oh.
He's
Yep.
got the force.
Yeah, you spend the force. Yep. Okay. It looked like all blanks except for one evade there. This is still a dangerous.
You never like 3 versus 3.
No.
Oh, it was obstructed?
Yeah.
Whose shot was that?
No, it wasn't obstructed. He rolled too many dice. Still didn't matter.
Oh, my heart.
Our heart is just going up and down.
That was a nice quick turn. Both players going briskly.
Yep. 10 minutes left. Well, actually, no. Lower than that. 90-75. Yes.
So, does Vader here?
Too hard.
Assuming that he's going to continue to chase.
Actually, you have
afterburners.
You still have afterburners. Go over the debris. Get the kill. They're only going to have maybe 2 turns left. So the real question is Raphael going to try and maybe do the bamboozle and disengage with Jess?
And that's why, but that's why the bank would be the correct choice.
Well, if he goes out this way, the
and
only
boosts,
way,
right?
Yeah, the only way that Vader would have any kind of firing solution is just going 3 straight.
Well, so it'd be a turn, which Vader could afterburners after, but
and then maybe barrel. No, he can't barrel. Yeah,
can't barrel. Yeah.
See, he'd have to dial in the 3 straight. No, Jessica's just going straight. Probably going to try and boost. Let's see if Dion went the fast route.
And that is yet a different bamboozle.
Yep. Yeah, so he can, if he half point snap and Inquisitor does not die, then he still wins on points. There's the free. He will not get it, so he gets his composure focus. Inquisitor's still in a really scary spot here.
Go, go, go.
We've got 5 minutes left, maybe one more round. Taking the stress. 2 bank.
He chose it. Oh,
no. Okay, well, Inquisitor has to survive. Inquisitor has to survive this turn. There's still a chance. Still a chance. He has afterburners.
I love it when 2 players fight over the lightsaber.
Oh!
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Spend the force. This is terrifying.
This is the tough one.
Yep. Ooh.
That's 3.
No. Takes 1 crit. Takes 1 crit. Sorry, we're like directed. No.
Why? What a world. What a world. Why is it like this?
So, if he killed Pava, and then he got half points on Snap,
sure,
he would win by like 3 points.
Well, one thing at a time.
Yeah, well, I don't think they have enough time for 2 more rounds. Vader does not need to be stressed.
Does not? Wait, what?
No, Vader isn't stressed because he did 2 bank barrel roll.
Oh, gotcha. Right. 3 turn.
Yep, 3 turn afterburners.
Pursuit.
You have to go.
Pursuit. Why did he spend the force?
To get the focus.
Didn't he have his regular perform action?
Blue stabilizer, still not dead.
Just will not go down.
I think that seals it.
Yep. Seems that way.
I'm gonna get one more turn, maybe.
I mean
They're in the planning phase.
Yep. So how off is the clock that we're seeing here?
Basically, like they have like 30 seconds left.
So final round, and no possible
way. If he killed Pava that turn, he still had a chance. It is possible that he will forget about loose stabilizer, but he didn't.
Sure, why not?
Shoot, roll the dice.
I demand the fuel leak into direct hits. Didn't get enough.
Oh my gosh. Taking 1 shield on snap. And I think they're going to get one more round. Yep, still just going straight.
Here, let me help you help me.
Yeah, with if he got half points on snap that last turn, he would have if he would have gotten half points on snap, and then if he kills Jesse this turn, then he would have had it.
Dion's murderous.
Yeah.
He has some venom.
There's no way that Jesse can survive this. And that is the game. $120 to 102. A pretty crazy game.
And definitely a lot of clearly I'm biased. A lot of resistance greens there. And also kind of frustrating because you know that Vader still has a shot if this is, say, just a pickup game.
Yeah.
If we have more time. But, you know, as is the natural order of things, the fly better
Yep.
patron emerged victorious.
Yep. Raphael flew very well. I think both. Both lists performed kind of what they were expecting to. You know, maybe some greens and reds go a little bit different, and it's a different game. But it was. It was really exciting. I like at the end there. I was like, oh, come on. All right.
So Dion's having too much fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go demand that he be more salty.
All right. So that is the end of round 3. Round 4 is coming up very soon, but not before we do some giveaways. So our giveaways is sponsored by the Hanson Brothers Gaming. They're out of Sacramento. They are. Oh, Dion. The 2 bank, man. The 2 bank. Or just getting half on snap and then killing Jesse.
Or
That's what I was trying to do with you.
or the bank boost to the right.
Yeah, instead of going out that way, just bank boost, and you would have dodged Jesse's arc. And then you just 5 straight and never see him again with Inquisitor.
How do you like it? Getting second guess now. Like, what's it feel like?
Wait, well, down here?
Inquisitor.
Yeah, Inquisitor was right here, and you basically, like, you were pretty much like right here. You boosted out that way. You could have boosted here.
I just didn't see it.
And then.
I was playing too fast.
Yep. All right. Sorry, man.
I messed up.
It happens.
So I make 1 damage at a time.
I know.
Natties.
Yep. So, the Hanson brothers are making this really awesome 3D printed token case that basically can fit all forms of tokens, including third-party ones like mine, buy the same token, hybrid, and these things are awesome. They're magnetized. They're travel size too. They can fit everywhere.
I just like to put my finger in them.
Yeah.
it's just pleasing, tactile, pleasing.
So you should absolutely check out their stuff. Exclamation point Euros gives you all the information you need for all the deals and information that we're doing today. So let's go ahead and do some giveaways. All right. First one is going to be Luke Altart. And guess what? He's also double-sided for Luke Gunner.
Look at that farm boy.
And 3, 2, 1, Volhammer. I like that name.
It's terrifying.
Congratulations on your Luke Altart. Exclamation point win. And that will get you your prize. Next we have a Poe Dameron Altart. Really cool. Looking nice and menacing. Going fast. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Buffalophicus. Congratulations, Buffalophicus. Then, oh, this guy's cool. All right, so this is a really sweet Altart, double-sided General Grievous. You have him right here, and then that way. Then for the crew, so 3, 2, 1. Dive. Daevv. Congratulations. And now we have Whisper. 3, 2, 1. McDavid 25. Congratulations.
That's me. No, it's not.
You can't have this. All right, so round 4 should be starting here very soon. So we will be back shortly. And, yeah, we'll see you in a minute.